But anyways, let's get into some reviews, man. It's time to review some stuff. HBO Max. I'm talking about what we're watching right now. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna get into a new little segment. You know what I mean? I'll watch a lot of TV shows. Wait, dual cameras. I'm sorry, I didn't mention that before. I'm looking over to the left, being hella rude. But yeah, I watch a lot of TV shows, and I want to get you guys more in tune with what I'm watching. We used to do a lot of TV show reviews, episodically and things like that. But there's a lot of shows going on right now, so I'm just gonna bring them to your attention. And of course, everybody saw Last of Us. Everybody was ready for the Last of Us review or um, premiere, excuse me, on January 15th. It just dropped. So that's the first show I'm gonna review. Last of Us, HBO Max, Pablo Pascual, based on the video game Last of Us. It was a great premiere episode. I have to say that first and foremost. It was one of the highest watched HBO Max premieres for the app's history. So I think Euphoria is probably the number one, but it was good. I haven't played the game, so I don't know much backstory on the actual video game, but I do remember people saying that it was really video game accurate. It was a really good spin on the zombie stuff, and it changed it a little bit. It kind of like it was a little more in depth. It made us think a little bit more, especially in the opening scene when they're sitting there talking about what the virus actually is. He was like, it's a fungus. And it's like, just think of it as something that's in you and growing. And you don't have to worry about it right now because, extreme temperatures can kill the fungus. But what if, the world got extremely hotter and the fungus was able to adapt to that shit and actually find a way to evolve and take over your body and just be able to eat you from the inside out and be able to control you. It gets deep. It gets deep. But as you watch the show, the beginning of the show, the opening, when him and his daughter, whoo, you already know. Spoiler alert. I don't know if I said that already for you guys on Instagram. I'm sorry. This is about Last of Us, man. I talked about that in the beginning, bro. You should know it's a spoiler alert. But yeah, after his daughter gets shot, I was like, oh, I was speechless. I was speechless. I thought the show was over. I thought I was tricked because I could have sworn she was in more of the show. I've seen this girl before. She can't be hired to act in just 5 minutes of this TV show. But as it went on, I realized she was dead, and the show is really interesting to me. The fact that it's a fungus that's inside your body, and it turns you into some kind of fungus monster rather than an actual zombie. They are still running like zombies and kind of take people's bodies over like zombies, but I feel like it's a new aspect to it, and I think it's gonna. Have you seen the movie or the TV show The Strain? It kind of gives me that kind of vibes as well, but this new show, I think it's going to stand on its own. I think it's going to be a show that gets many seasons, just from the drama alone in the beginning, especially after the 20 years went past, after his daughter dies, and he kind of is in this world with all these viruses and all these zombies around, and he's isolated in this area ran by this crazy ass government that make them do crazy ass job to get paid and survive. It's just weird to see. The scene where the little boy comes in and they tell him he's going to be okay, and they give him a shot saying that he was going to be okay when he was actually positive for the virus. And then you see Pablo Pascual have to burn the little kid's body because they actually killed him. It's nuts. It's nuts. So I'm excited to see what we're going to see throughout the season. The little girl Lily is really interesting. I kind of called when I saw it as well that she was kind of actually be affected, but she's going to be the cure because she's going to be able to, not get infected, and her blood probably is the cure and the key to making everybody safe again and making the world go round. And that's why everything's such a big deal about her. Um, when they actually are out in the field, when they have the flashback of the soldier shooting him and his daughter, when he beats the guard to death with his fist for almost shooting him and Lily, it's just crazy, man. Pablo does his thing, man. It's kind of hard to explain. I know I'm not going in order of anything like that. I'm just gonna kind of ramble on about the show. The whole brother situation where he went to jail, and then the brother had to go try to bail him out. And then I don't know if it was his brother. I thought it was just something that he knew from the army or whatever. But and then he comes back, and then the dog runs into the girl's house. She was crazy when she was doing her homework at the old lady's house and she was spazzing out behind her when it was kind of off focus. All that shit was really dope to me, and I think it's gonna be a dope season. Again, everybody that played the game already is kind of spoiled and already know what's gonna happen. So don't ruin it for me, even though I'm ruining it for a whole bunch of people that haven't seen it yet. But fuck, man, it's a great show. Excuse my language. I know they're doing on YouTube now. I heard if you cuss a lot in their episodes, they're gonna retroactively demonetize you, so you can't you'll start losing money on episodes. So I'm gonna try to watch my language, but yeah, the show itself is great. Again, it's a more of a modern spin on the zombie apocalypse type shit. I can see how the show could have been made a long time ago and wasn't able to be put out right now or back when it was done because of the COVID pandemic. Because this show probably would have caused a ruckus and made everybody super scared about everything. Because this is kind of related, you know what I mean? In a way, the type of viruses and stuff that the people are getting in the show. Um, Again, I'm interested to see how you kill these zombies. Is it just headshots? You have to burn them. There's a lot that it was a long ass first episode, but yet there's still so much more to reveal, I'm sure. It was like an hour and 20 minutes, maybe an hour and 40-minute episode. I'm probably gonna have to watch it again just to get more details out of it. But I think it's gonna be a really good show, man. Pablo's character got turned into a hardened badass after his daughter was shot. I was shocked after that scene. And to see him just working, doing all kind of dirty jobs just to get by now and become this guy that, goes out the wall, breaks the rules, this rebel ass badass that nobody fucks with because they know what his past was. It's just kind of crazy. Jumped 20 years, man. So I'm excited to what we're gonna see. Again, I'm jealous because I might just go get the game just because to see what's gonna happen in the next episode. I ain't trying to wait until Sunday. But yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. It's a super dope show. I know I probably didn't do it justice with that review, but go check it out. Some other shows that I'm watching, Your Honor. If you're watching Your Honor on Showtime, if you watch the first season, you already know what's up with Your Honor. This shit is so fucking dope. Season one, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. It's pretty much based around this judge. I think I talked about this on the podcast before, though. It's based around this judge who pretty much is a stern ass judge who's known for being a hard ass and stuff like that, who gets put into the situation when his son accidentally hits this person um, on a motorcycle and kills him and just kind of drives away. And it ends up being a mobster's son. And he kind of like helps his son get off as a judge. And he makes decisions along the way that keep fucking him over and keep building his issue to the next level. It's Bryan Cranston. It's a great show. Season two's out now. He's dealing with a lot of consequences from season one, and it started in a crazy place. It's not a place where I expected to see him at all. Players crawling around in the background acting crazy. You better not do nothing crazy because I'll beat you up. But yeah, check it out. Season one's out. Only one episode of season two's out. I think it comes out on Sundays. Episode two of season two is going to come out Sunday. Also, of course, I talked a lot about Mayor of Kingstown on Paramount Plus. Season two just came out as well. Shout out Jeremy Renner. He actually is going through a tough time right now, man. He got in an accident with a bulldozer or some kind of a machinery that actually crushed his legs. So he's actually, I don't know if he's able to walk right now. I don't know if he's paralyzed, but I'm pretty sure he's pretty messed up. But he's in high spirits. I don't really know that actually. I don't know. I said that. No, it's not funny because that's my boy. I fuck with Jeremy Renner, and this Mayor of Kingstown is a great show. If you guys saw season one, it's pretty much about this family who actually help like pretty much run the prison and the law enforcement in the town. He kind of keeps everything safe in jail, out of jail, and just runs a bunch of shit in Detroit or something like that. It's a family, and yeah, I don't want to give away too much. It's a great show. Season two just started. Um, it's called Mayor of Kingstown. Season two just came out. Paramount Plus. Check out season one. I told you guys all about that. And also BMF season two just started as well. I know you guys been checking that out on Star. Season one was great. 51 another one of 50 Cent shows. Season two of BMF. That just came out as well. So that's 4 shows right there that you could be starting watching right now. I have plenty more I could go on and on and on and on and tell you guys about, but for sure, check out Last of Us. Only one episode is out, so you don't have to do much research on that one. Just watch that one episode. Tell me what you think. And then you have Your Honor. That's 2 seasons. Actually, it's just 1 season and then one episode on the second season. So it's not much there too. You can knock that out, binge it right now, watch episode 1 of season 2, catch up. It's a great show. You won't regret it. And then you have Mayor of Kingstown, which is another great show. Season 1 will have you speechless. The stuff that goes on in this, it gives you a whole new look of how prisons are run, how people do things in towns that are ran by prisons and prison work. It's just kind of crazy to see. Jeremy Renner, again, Hawkeye out there doing his thing. Shouts out to him, prayers out to him. Check out season 2 of that. And then BMF, of course. Lil Meech is portraying Big Meech. That's kind of funny. Lil Meech and Big Meech. But he's doing a great job. If you've seen the documentary, you already kind of know what's going to turn out and how it happens. If you were like alive during the time, I think we were all alive during the time. But if you were old enough to know what BMF was and what they stood for, you were kind of already knowing what's going on and how it turns out as well. But the TV show does a real good job of putting you there and letting you know what's going on. It's a really good show, so you definitely should check that out as well. But that's it, and that's all. And also,
it's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to unite us. It's the best of bias. Best of bias. Yeah.